Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. This is an episode of Coffee and Contemplation. I don't know. It's a podcast. I'm your host, Old Heart, a.k.a. Jared, a.k.a. whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck you want to, whatever. I don't care. Call me what you will. Call me what you want. I don't mind. Why? Because, whatever. To be honest, one of the reasons why is probably because I've worked in a customer service retail job for quite some time now. I've worked in a hospitality, retail, customer service for whatever amount of time, quite some time. And although I do like the customer service and hospitality job that I have, and that I can, and I like that environment, that service in general that you can provide people. I like all that. I like the type of hospitality and service you can provide people in things like cafes and bakeries and eateries and restaurants and bars and pubs and whatever. I like all that because it's something people need. They always want and need somebody else kind of taking care of them a little bit. It feels nice. Like even on my days off, like I make coffee for a living, and even on my days off, I like going and getting espresso pulled for me. I like having somebody else make me a drink, and I don't know. It's just sometimes it's just nice. Sometimes, and I don't mean that in like a derogatory, like I need somebody to serve me. It's sometimes nice to have like a crafted thing, but crafted by somebody else. I don't know how else to put that. But like I said, I've been working in a hospitality, customer service, food service job for quite some time. And I've done an episode on customer service. That was part 1. This happens to be a follow-up part 2. And I feel like these are just going to be kind of like ongoing. But it's just always interesting to me. So, a lot of people don't understand. That first part, I talked a little bit about how people don't understand the emotional toll and burden that some of these kinds of jobs place on people. Like, thinking about a barista. They get up, at 5:30, whenever they fucking get up. Starbucks baristas get up and have to start opening early as shit, and they have to interact and be pleasant and be accommodating early as fuck in the morning, right off the bat, and everybody's coming to them, wanting them to like perk them up and like give them this little boost for their morning, and it's like, yo, dude, like what about me? You have to like people come in and it's like they feed off your fucking vibe and your soul a little bit, like Dementors, but for your fucking vibe. They're sucking that vibe right away. But you know what? That's part of that job. And so, you have to, if you want to, I recently read this article in Barista Magazine, so shout outs to that. But if you want to be sustainable in this kind of, in a service, hospitality, food service kind of job, that's part of it. You really have to find a way to be happy and be, because you as an individual being happy will help you service others and help you give off that positive vibe, give off that fucking good vibe. Good vibes only, motherfuckers. Good vibes only, motherfuckers. People need that, man. And that is, in a weird way, it's kind of an honor to have that be part of your job responsibility. You know, you're the person that helps get people off on the right foot if you're a barista, or you're the person that gives them their comfort meal when this person's feeling shitty. You're that person that, you know, just makes them feel like somebody else is there or around to help them, you know? And that's just part of being hospitable. And I don't know, it's kind of neat to be able to like do that for somebody else, you know? And on the downside, not like customers and the general public don't recognize that as something that these people do, that people in service jobs do. Like a lot of times they just don't, it's oblivious to them. They you know, they come in and they want what they want, and you know, if whatever else is happening, it doesn't matter, because they're there for them. And it's something I talked about a little bit on the last podcast, where you just kind of have to suck shit from people. It's like, you know, people come into your establishment for selfish reasons. They're not there to come fucking hang out with you. They're not there to fucking be chill. Hey, shout outs to anybody listening out there. Shout outs to, fucking everybody. I'm just going to say shout outs to everybody. Why? Because you're all fucking cool. Shout outs to my Wenatchee homies. I hope you're doing well. All of you dear folks. Good vibes only. But so, you know, like the people are coming into your establishment for their needs. They're not coming in there to meet yours. And so they don't think about the fact that like you're giving them like a little positive boost. You're giving them a fucking good vibe to like try and, you know, move forward with. And, you know, it's interesting to just like be a part of people's day like that, whether they think about it or not. But the shitty thing is when people get ugly, you know, and customers get ugly, man. I served brunch in Olympia for too fucking long. I served brunch in Olympia, and the Olympia brunch crowd here, I'm talking about Olympia, Washington, where Old Heart's based. The brunch crowd in this fucking place they're goddamn savages, man. They're awful. They claw over each other, and they need their coffee, and they need their greasy hash browns, and they need their vegan options. It's fucking pandemonium. It's vicious. I'm so glad I'm out of that brunch scene a little bit. Like, those people are savages to the very core. And you know, they just want their needs met. And the thing is, the poor hourly wage employees that get in their way when they don't have the exact thing they need, that customer needs or wants. Oh my God. Like, heaven help the person that like runs out of like the bacon option or something, like on a Sunday brunch day. Fuck. Okay, that server of that table is gonna get berated. But it's one of those things. Like, that's one of those the hard parts about the job is letting that shit bounce off of you. It took me literal years to learn how to let shit bounce off of me, and I still struggle with it. Like, when I first started serving coffee, being a barista, like I had a chip on my goddamn shoulder. Like I was like fucking grumpy as shit. I was like always pissed off about like, what, you coming in here fuck what? Like, you know, people coming in here ordering like weird ass fucking complicated drinks and shit, and I'd like let that bother me. But like, what the fuck am I letting that bother me for? That's like, you know what? I'm getting paid to like absorb that you know, weirdness. I'm getting paid to deal with the customer. I'm getting what I want out of that transaction, I guess, technically, because I'm still on the clock. But at the same time, like, what's it to me, you know, if somebody comes in all fucking weird? Like what? Like the real tough ones to break are when people come in and are just assholes to you for what appears to be no reason. And again, I'm going to shout out that Barista Magazine article. You have to, like, as a service worker, you have to think about, like, have to remind yourself, where the fuck is that person at? Like, somebody comes in all irate to your establishment and, like, you know, one just like sits down in a huff, or like walks up to the counter in a huff and is just like, I want this. And, you know, like, they're kind of rude, they're kind of dismissive. Like, who knows, man? Maybe they've been having a fucking rough goddamn day. And the one thing that's gonna comfort them is like the regular thing that they know that they can get at your establishment, and like that, you know, they're not gonna be treated like shit in there or something. You know, it's an honor in a way, it's a privilege in a way to be able to like to give that thing to those people, to be that person that those people turn to in their like moments of distress and like need. And, you know, like sometimes like that's part of the gig, is just like learning how to absorb that shit and learning how to like rethink your process of dealing with other people, where instead of immediately being like, why is this asshole coming at me with this weird fucking vibe when I'm saying good vibes only, and instead being like turning around and thinking like, where is this person at? Like, I wonder how this person's day has been. I hope, like, I don't know what their day has been. I don't know what their life has been like. I don't know if they just stepped on a fucking nail or something walking in and that's why they're pissed off. I don't know if they're mad because, you know, they dropped a dime or something. I don't fucking know if they're mad because, like, you know, their mom got hit by a car and is now permanently in a wheelchair. I don't fucking know. All right? I don't necessarily want to fucking know either. And that's all right. I don't have to want to know. I don't have to want to be involved in these people's lives. I just want to be able to put out a good vibe, send them on their way with a little positivity and the thing that they want the thing that they wanted when they came into my establishment. And I want to be able to do that, like, and feel positive about that, you know? Like, it's a good thing to be able to do, but it's hard to train yourself to be able to like to think about other people first. And that's one of those like criminal things about being human, is that you're taught to be selfish in this way, and you have to like and to always like kind of make sure that you're taken care of and you're watching out for yourself. But reality is like, you also have to watch out for other fucking people. And at least in a customer service job, in a hospitality job, in a food service job, at least somebody else is paying you to give a shit about those other people. And that's how you have to look. That's a way of looking at it sometimes. Like, somebody's paying me to give a shit about the customers that walk in my door. And you know what? Good vibes only to them, because that pays my fucking bills. So go out there and use your brain for good. This has been a follow-up part two of the customer service episode from whenever. Hope you ripen up your coconut as best you can every day, because every day is a good day for it. Shout outs to everybody listening again one more time. Go out there and find us on Instagram at Old Heart Radio, or on iTunes or Spotify under Old Heart Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Old Heart in Space. And as always, you dirty motherfuckers, keep your stick on the ice.